Congratulations, Jessica Chastain,
Thank you.
on the completion of your movie trilogy. Zero Dark 30, Mrs. Sloane, Molly's Game. The story of a woman's journey through an increasingly morally complex universe in which she has to contend with the fact that life is all about conflicting moral codes trying to coexist. What do you think? Is that a fair reading?
Well, but I think some other films that I have might go along with that.
I'd actually throw Violent Year in there, but
Yeah,
then
Violet
that
Year.
turns into quadrilogy. and
But
it's
then also Zookeeper's Wife.
yes, indeed.
Yeah, so I think
Why the attraction?
I'm attracted to any character that goes against society's expectations for them. Any character that's an underdog, that creates great drama in that, great stakes to uphold. And also, I'm attracted to that because I think it's inspiring for young girls to see those images in the media, that they're allowed to join an industry or be a part of a movement that might be different than what society expects for them.
And your characters, especially in Molly's Game, are so full of nuance and shades of colour and different complexions. This is something that as an actress you must revel in.
Absolutely. It's really important for me to play as, find the complications in the characters that I play. I'm not interested in playing someone who's a one-dimensional depiction of what a woman is. I'm interested in playing like real flesh and blood human beings.
You seem to love these long-form character studies. I'm very interested in the case of Molly's Game, what it was that attracted you to the character and to the project.
What really attracted me to the character, first of all, it attracted me to the project is Aaron Sorkin. I think he's our industry's greatest wordsmith, and there's a sense of idealism in his writing. He really inspires me to be smarter, braver, more funny than I am, and you lean up towards the characters. They lift you up. And I'm so moved by that. And then when I started Googling Molly Bloom and seeing the images of her walking out of the courthouse, I thought, oh, this is so interesting because it's so different from who I am. The way she presents herself in the world and this life that she's led, that I knew it was going to be a fun character to disappear into.
Now, the film itself is a gamble, and you know that. What part does being in big films like Interstellar and The Martian play in your ability to make films like this? Because you're increasingly getting into production. So how important is sort of balancing the appearance in big films with making films like this? Because these aren't exactly multiplex fillers.
Yeah, well, I started my career with independent cinema, and a lot of the big films I've done, I've followed the directors, Ridley Scott and Christopher Nolan, and I knew that it's like, being on a Christopher Nolan set, yes, the budget's huge, but it feels like you're with an independent filmmaker at the same time. And
are you conscious that gives you currency when you go to make a film like this?
I'm definitely conscious of that, but I don't make choices based on that.
It is a harsh reality though, isn't it?
I don't know, not necessarily, because in 2011 when my films came out, they were all very small films, and it afforded me opportunities that I had never had before. So, I think it all balances itself out.
Now you're 40, which by any fair measure is a midpoint in your career. So what have we got?
Well, don't say that to Vanessa Redgrave.
Fair enough, fair point. But what have we got to look forward to in the cinema of Jessica Chastain? What's going to change? What's going to remain constant?
What's going to change and what's going to remain constant in my career? I don't know. I just work day by day. So I think whatever is inspiring in this moment is what I run towards. I'm not someone who has expectations for me because I don't know what I want to do in a year.
Jessica Chastain, you have a very special place in the canon of movie war heroes for Zero Dark 30. Now, I guess it's easier to joke, hey, how hard is it to play someone who hates Osama Bin Laden and marshals the resources of an entire nation to kill him and exact a personal vendetta? But I understand that was a very painful performance for you. Can you just tell us a bit about what happened? during the making of that film that made it so difficult?
Well, like Maya in Zero Dark 30 and what we focused on is a character whose sole goal is revenge and murder. And when you work so strongly towards that kind of darkness, it can't help but create darkness around you. And I think that's what Catherine Bigelow so brilliantly explored at the end of the film. It's not like a cheerleader moment with people pumping their fists and in this patriotic moment. It's the complexity of what are you if that's your goal, and what do you become, and where do you go from there? And I think that's what made the filming of it very
It's a performance for the ages.
Oh, thank you.
Now you, Catherine Bigelow, Susanna White, who I was so pleased to discover you'd worked with,
Yeah.
who I interviewed last year for our kind of traitor. Why is so much of the story of this war being told by women? Whiskey Tango Foxtrot should throw in as well. Why are women playing such a big part in the telling of the story of this war?
Of the finding Osama Bin Laden?
Of the war in the Middle East in general?
I don't know. I think that's more of a question for the filmmakers individually, you know, because I know that there's probably a lot of male directors who are also telling that story.
And no one's going to put words in their mouth, especially if those words are to do with feminism. The concept is so confused and confounding and complex. There's a typology now of feminists. So, Jessica Chastain, do you call yourself a feminist? And if so, what kind of feminist are you?
Yes, I think if you believe in equal rights for equal work, then you're a feminist.
Fantastic. No first wave, second wave, third wave?
I think it's pretty simple. Yeah, and I think men can be feminists, women can be feminists. I just think if you believe in equal pay for equal work.
You are awesome.
Thank you
So much for your time.